start streaming. That should get us going. Yeah. Excellent. Wonderful. Looks like we are live. I am going to share this round so that anyone who is interested can join in, get in on the streaming action by telling me what you're working on, hanging out. I know it's been a little while since I did one. Maybe a little bit more than a week, but you know, had the holidays. I had, we had a video come out, so that's always, it's always a big thing. I finally managed to actually do the things that I talk about and make a video. You know, you hope for that. Hello. Hi, Josh. Hi, Bane, probably. Hello, Bagel Guy. Bagel Guy, what kind of bagels? Is there a specific type? That's the real questions that I can ask. How are you guys doing? I think I'm gonna get back to what this stream was originally founded on. The true meaning of this stream is to paint a bunch of Tau. And I haven't been painting Tau for a little while. We took a break during the Halloween season to paint up some other stuff, and now we get back to the true meaning of this stream, which is just me and like a buck ton of Tau. I've had them here safely stored away in their little drawer. Some of them are finished their highlights. They're ready for the world. Others are not. I think these ones that I'll be putting by the tree are all of the beautiful completed Tau that just need their bases done, which I forget how to do, so we're gonna figure that out as a team. I think it's just it's a fairly simple, like, cookies and cream kind of look that I went for. And then over here, starting to get piled up, are all the Tau that I haven't highlighted, who need some work, who need to get finished over here. So that's where we're at with the Tau. We've almost finished the infantry though, which is, it's pretty impressive if I'm honest. Has it taken a while to get here? Longer than I would have preferred? Yes. Yes, it has. But we've been in this together. And we're going to see it through the end. Now I got to kind of compare what looks different. Looks like I did a bit of work on the feet. Highlighted the armor and then did the lights. Okay, that's not too bad. Just got to figure out what colors I was using and then find them in here again. Drake Tooth seems likely. I'm sure I have Moon Dust by Army Painter in there as well. And then I think I was using a So Flat Yellow for the lights as well as the glaze. So let's get that all set up. Salt bagels. Okay, fair. Speed paints still take 3 days to paint one. I never claimed to be speed painting these Tau, okay? I did not advertise that this would be a quick process. I just said that it would be my process. And it's certainly been a lot of time. Listen, guys, if I'm ever, like, you know what would be a really great idea? If I bought an entire Warhammer army. If I ever say that, here's, like, the thing I want you to do. Just don't let me do it. Just say no. I can take a no. I can handle a rejection. Okay? That's within my power. I can do it. It can be done. Just like we can finish painting these Tau. I'm going to go turn down the Yule log that I have on the TV because it's distracting me with how loud it is. I need a gentle roar, not a blazing fire. There we go. But corn, I know. Listen, we all secretly want me to start a corn army. Myself, most of all. But we have to be realistic with each other in that, A, I don't have a water cup and need to get that as well. And that, B, it would be a really bad idea. And you might be saying to yourself, you might be saying, Fives, but I love corn. It would be great if you painted corn. That sounds like a fantastic idea. You are, in fact, lying to yourself. That is not a good idea. Oh, no, Brady, it's not a matter of space. I have plenty of space. That's part of the problem. I have space for so many projects. I have an entire basement that has nothing stored in it. It is solely used right now as the spot for my cat's litter box. So, space, not an issue. The money and the time are the issues. Which is why, you know, I'm like, ooh, big project. I got room for that. Yeah, you got room for it, Fives. Have you got time or money? No. No, you do not. Listen, corn is cool. But like, I could acquire a corn army over time. I don't have to buy them all in one go, like some kind of mad person who bought a whole lot of Tau. Okay? Like, we could just be subtle. We could be reasonable. Not everything is something that needs to be rushed into. You know, we could just take our time and swim around. I don't know why, that's like the second shitty Mulan reference that I've made today. I watched that movie so much as a kid. It makes sense. Looking back on it, yeah, it makes sense. This stream probably is only going to be like an hour as well. I gotta ease back into streaming because, I don't know, life's just been a little bit crazy. It's alright though. Everything is working out okay. Just gotta pace myself with the amount of projects that I want to do. I don't think you're lying to yourself if you love corn. I just think, you know, there is a there's a budget that maybe you're not being realistic about. If you're like, oh man, let's buy another army. Let's get corn. Corn demons are cool. Corn demons are cool. But it feels like another horde army. People are like, oh, if you don't want a horde army, just paint some gargants. Paint those big, ugly guys that are just huge. The giants, you know what I'm talking about. I don't like them. They're not cute. So that's a no from me, boss. I don't know why I picked... Oh, right, I have to do the toenails this color. Like, that's not the color that I need. Why did I put that on the palette? Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm painting. That's what's up with me. We're working on some Tau. What are you guys up to? What projects have you been working on? How's your painting going? They are good looking giant models, that's fair. They're well sculpted, well crafted, all that kind of thing. It's just they're not like my taste, you know? I'm not a fan of them in particular. Plus they're like, I don't love painting human skin. It's just not my favorite thing to paint. So painting a model that's basically just all human skin is not my ideal painting project. That and vehicles. Neither of those are things that really excite me to paint. What does excite me? That new Demon Prince that's coming out. Do I hate that he's locked away in a $200 box for an army I don't play? Ugh, the frustration. The frustration. He's such a cool Demon Prince. I want him. I want to build him. But I have no reason to buy that box. Also, no funds to buy that box. And it's not like anyone's gonna buy that box in my area and be like, oh, I don't want the Demon Prince. Like, obviously you want the Demon Prince. That's the best part of the box. So I can't, it's not even gonna be like, oh, ooh, I can trade someone. Hi, Anno. How's it going? What stupid time is it for you? Late at night. I'm hoping this entire bottle of paint, yeah, isn't dried up. Cool. I was up later than I care to admit the other day. Not that late. Hey, Soda! Well, Soda, if the Demon Prince is the least favorite part of the box and you don't want him, message me, because I do. He's my favorite part. I want him. I want to paint him. I would be very happy to paint him. Instead, I'm going to be mildly occupied highlighting this Tau. And then the next Tau. And the next Tau. Until all the Tau are done. And then once we finish these infantry units, guess what, guys? We've got tons of other Tau. But maybe we'll take a break from Tau. Maybe we won't. I don't really know. It'll depend on my mood when I've finished this project. We will go from there. Why am I highlighting that random part in the middle of his deck? Because it didn't get painted for some reason, and I don't want to go in and repaint it. That is a completely legitimate reason to place a nonsensical highlight. That is a good reason not to get the box. The battle tome is your least favorite part? That's fair. That is fair. Happy Fiverr is best Fiverr. It's 2 a.m. for you? Yeah, Anno, my friend Adam, he's really into Overwatch, and he got me watching, like, the Overwatch League, the professional Overwatch players. And, like, I can get into anything if people communicate the enthusiasm and explain it to me, especially if it vaguely resembles an anime that I've seen or like. And, there's a lot of elements that, like, I can be like, oh, that's like in my volleyball anime, because, you know, it's a sports anime, so sports tend to follow, like, sports patterns. And there's also an anime that I specifically watch called The King's Avatar, which is about professional, like, video game players. And I was like, oh man, this is literally just the real life version of that anime. And, which is funny because no, The anime is just the anime version of the real life thing that actually happens. But anyway, I was up till like, I don't know, midnight watching the finals. My friend lives in Ireland. He was up until I think what was like 4:30 a.m. watching the Overwatch League finals. So that was fun. Yeah. That's what I did with part of my night last night. Choices were made. Did I see the lich you posted? I think I did. Did I not comment on it? I probably looked at it like as soon as I woke up in the morning, and then I was like, oh, that's dope. And then I totally typed a reply and didn't realize that it didn't send. Because you posted that in like the, was that the finished minis? You posted that? Let me see. Finished model showcase. Yeah, there he is. I liked him because he kind of looked like a slushie, you know, or a shaved ice where you got the two different colors and then they like meet in the middle. It's a good green and blue. Very like old school Scooby-Doo monster vibes as well. I quite like him. You did good. You did good. Thumbs up, seal of approval for whatever that's worth, you know. Just get some yellow on the little parts. Have any of you been watching Chainsaw Man? They made an anime called Chainsaw Man, and the guy's head turns into a chainsaw, and also his arms turn into chainsaws. Like, I just love how accurate that advertising is. Like, yeah, you called it Chainsaw Man, and there is certainly a man that is also a chainsaw. Like, nobody's gonna dispute that. When stuff is just, like, accurately named like that, it kills me. I think it's the funniest shit in the world. There's so much yellow on this paintbrush. I'm going to do the yellow on another towel. You are ready for your glaze, and then you are done. Come here, next towel. You read the start of the manga, but stopped. That's fair. That's very fair. What are you guys curious to see after I paint these towel? I wonder. I've got other projects that I can work on. Some of them, sure, I'm making videos about, but... Should I move on to the next towel on the list, or paint something else? What do y'all think? Trying to make sure I get all the little towel symbols, which are everywhere. Oh, and I've still got to prime and then paint all the little whipped cream dollops for their heads, but that'll be fine. We're working on that. Bloodborne? That's fair. Isn't he still a teen, so not actually a man? I don't know. I don't know how old Denji is. That's a good question. Because I suppose, to your point, if he's not actually an adult, then he's not a chainsaw man. He's just a chainsaw boy. I'm glad there's some desire to see me paint Bloodborne miniatures, because I should probably paint all of that board game soon. That'd be fun. Be cool. Be a really neat thing for me to do. Instead of that, though, I've finally figured out how I want to paint my Necromunda Ash Waste Nomads. And I'll be real with you guys, I want to be painting them and testing out that color scheme instead of working on these Tau right now. I really do. But I also want to finish these Tau before I die. So sometimes you gotta put the work in on them. Chainsaw Teen, not as catchy, not as catchy. I don't think that one's got the same ring to it as Chainsaw Man. You just finished zenithaling them. How many Tau is left? That's an excellent question. Of the infantry, this is all of the Pathfinders and Fire Warriors that I have. I have an unknown, because I'm not currently counting them, quantity of Kroot, but they're pretty low priority for me to paint. I have at least 13 stealth suits, all of which need some degree of alteration so that they fit the color scheme, but I won't be redoing them entirely. I've got the big guy, Storm Surge. I got a vehicle that I don't know what the fuck to do with. I think I got at least 10 command suits, like the chunky boys. Just like looking at my cabinet and doing an estimate, there's at least 16 larger models to paint. So a lot. A lot of tower left. Those 16 conservative estimate, this is not counting the Kroot. So 16 plus 13 is... Oh, shit. Is it 29? It was good to see you, Rothian. Thank you. You don't have to stick around to watch me try and do math on stream. I think there's at least 29 Tau that I still have to paint, not counting Kroot. One of which is Storm Surge, which is like 4 or 5 Tau at least in one. It's a huge project. I'm looking forward to it, though. Corn Berserker Kit Bash Chain Sword, man. I can see that. Hey, I painted a Space Marine and he had a chain sword. You guys have finally seen the Space Marine I painted. What did y'all think of that? I'm pretty happy with the stupid design I came up with. I thought it was unnecessarily detailed in exactly the way that I was hoping for. A lot of people were saying really nice things, like congrats on 1K, and I got really emotional about it. It was very sweet. The comments on that were very, very kind. He looks tasty. You love the lore juxtaposition? Yeah, like, I can write some dope-ass grim dark shit if I want to. I mean, I spent a stupid amount of time writing extremely grim Bloodborne fanfiction, so that stuff, it can be done. But yeah, I just didn't think my voice lent itself well to the grimdark, so fortunately, Destro of Realm of the Lich King, was willing to lend his incredible grimdark voice to my video. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Cannot believe how good that is. That is the first take that he did as well that you're listening to. Like, he gave me a few variations, but far and away, the best one was the first one. It was the most Fiverr Marine in the best way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it, if I'm honest. Soda was there at Adepticon. When I was gathering Space Marine parts. Also, Roz provided all of the Kit Bash parts for that Space Marine. So, shout out to you. You are incredible. Thank you for helping make that project a reality by literally bringing every Space Marine part that mankind has ever seen and being like, yeah, just take whatever you want. That was so much fun and incredible, and honestly, one of my fondest Gen Con memories was just being like, oh, you got this, you got that. I have a bunch of other parts that you just gave me for future Kit Bashes, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. But they do sit around. I actually think I lost a piece or two off a Nomad. Yeah, I did! For my Ashwaste Nomads. They've been sitting in a drawer for forever, and there must be some kind of goblin or entity in this house. It's old as balls for an American house, and, sometimes things just, you know, they just go missing. So I think whatever ghost, demon, goblin, or definitely Achilles stealing stuff somehow broke one of my little Ashwaste Nomads, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Fortunately, thanks to Roz, I have a ton of really cool bits, so I was able to just find stuff that was vaguely the same and slap chop that on there. Making one of the coolest Ashwaste Nomads that I have. I think I've got... I should have them sitting around. Those are the spider guys. You ever have your drawers do that thing where, like, they're stuck, so one of the drawers has to be open because there's something beneath it that's, like, caught on something else? You know what I'm... Everybody's had a kitchen junk drawer do this to them before. I don't know what it's catching on. Catching on something. I couldn't figure it out. Just, okay, it's all the way at the back. That makes sense. Boop. Yeah, and then because they broke last time, I dropped them just jumbled in a drawer. I thought, you know what would be really smart if I did that same thing again? Just drop them in a drawer. History and I repeat our mistakes. Let's see. Can we find these little guys? I'm so excited to paint them. Their bases are technically like a size too big, which is probably going to be an issue when I play Necromunda. Maybe. I don't know. They're the Necromunda bases, so I don't see how that could be that wrong. They're fine. Probably. I'm going to say that they're fine. But, like, look at this guy. I lost his arm, so now I have this, like, cool servo arm. Let me see if I can get him in better focus for me. Can you see him okay? I don't know if you can see him. Can we see him okay? Droid cam. No. Doop. Focus. Yeah, okay. So, he's got this sick servo arm that's a robot bit, and this dope Zinch cape, because I lost his weird backpack. This guy's now my favorite, because look at him. It totally works with everything going on, and is also dope as hell. I love this so much. He's so fucking sweet, and I can't wait to paint him. I can't remember if I kit bashed anything on anybody else. Let me see. I think he might have been the only one missing parts. I really love these models just so much. Is that all of them? How many I got? 2, 4, 6, 8. I should have 2 more. Right. There's supposed to be 10 of them. Maybe? There's one. Haha, found you. Where is your brother? Alright, I can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah. So we're missing one. He better be in this drawer somewhere. There he is. Yeah, okay, so it looks like I only had to kit bash one of them. But still, I mean, that's cool as hell. That is a sick kit bash, right? Hello! Back at it with the towel. Yeah. Let me just put all my little Necromunda guys. We're gonna put them somewhere more I don't have room for them on the desk. That's a good place for them to be, but they're gonna hang out here anyway. Yeah, the Kit Bash one is my favorite. We need to come up with some good names for these Necromunda Ashwaste Nomads as well. Because apparently you're supposed to, like, care about your little guys. So if you guys have a good idea for how to name them, drop me a comment, because I'd love to know. We finished these 2 Tau. They're good. Those are good. We have more Tau to do, however. Let us proceed with the next Tau. I'm gonna find a good spot to put everything. Yeah, but I'll be real with you. I want to be painting those Ashways Nomads pretty bad. Roz is great. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Yep, Roz is pretty cool. It's the truth. Can't deny it. Gen Con was pretty cool. I want to go to Gen Con again next year, but I have so many other travel plans that I don't know that I'll end up going to Gen Con. I plan to be at Adepticon, but I'm not sure if I'll make it to Gen Con. So we'll see. Hi, Orc Dork. How is it going? It has been a minute. It's going pretty good for me. Personal life's been a tiny bit stressful, but not too bad. Nothing I can't handle. Been playing some video games, which has been fun. I started a new Elden Ring playthrough. I'm going to beat Elden Ring, okay? It's gonna happen. I'm willing it into existence. I'm gonna put it on my 2023 vision board. We are beating Elden Ring. It's gonna happen. I have heard in European fairy tales that leaving out food for the house spirit is a good thing to do. The problem with me doing that is I have 3 cats. If I leave out a food offering, house spirit ain't gonna be the one that gets it. She summoned you for Radon? I don't remember how you pronounce it, but yeah, that's fair. I made a new character. Do you want to hear my character's backstory? It's pretty cool. I know you don't have to have character backstories, especially because, you know, you're like, the Elden Ring wants you to be wanting to become the Elden Lord or some shit, and that's fine. Like, that's cool. That makes sense for the game. However, if I were gonna write Elden Ring fanfiction about my character, which I'm probably not gonna do, because we've been around the block with Bloodborne. We've been there, done that. And Elden Ring seems to have a much more defined mythos, as opposed to, like, vague in Bloodborne terms. Because, like, Bloodborne it's so much of it is up for interpretation. And from what I understand of Elden Ring, which granted isn't a ton, the story seems more concrete. Like, at least there are historians. Like, people are alive to tell you what happened. You're not piecing it together from random books and notes and item descriptions. Like, you can go to the castle, Stormvale, and you can see the crimes of Godric being committed, as opposed to everything happened in a vague amount of time ago and is bad. Does that make sense? Am I saying sentences that make sense? Lobster is right here by the computer, so, you know. Yeah, I don't think there's an insight stat in Elden either. Um, they have like faith, arcana, vigor, which is health, strength, obviously, dex, something else. I have poured everything into strength, vigor, and endurance so that I can hit a lot of things. Because I'm not going to use magic. I've never been good as a caster in D&D. I'm a fighter or barbarian at heart. And that's fine. Like, I'm not really there for making the weirdest or most optimized build. I just want something that hits stuff and, like, it feels good. You know? Because, like, you could get into a rhythm with Bloodborne and you could be like, yeah, this feels right. Like, I understand the pace of this game. I get what it wants me to do. Took me for fucking ever to get there, trust me. It was a real struggle. We got there in the end, though. We got there in the end. Yeah, I mean, in Elden Ring, people just tell you, like, they give you information directly, as opposed to you stumbling upon some eldritch horror and being like, where did Abritus, daughter of the cosmos, come from? Why is the Queen of Yarnum like that? Who is Murgo, and why is his wet nurse a fucking eldritch horror? Like, all of these very legitimate questions that you don't really get concrete answers for. And even the answers you get, concrete is like relative. And it's something I like. Like, if we're talking about Evangelion, the first 26 episodes is really the only part that I care to talk about. I know a lot of people like End of Eva a lot. They like the films. That's cool. That's valid. I personally am just like, I only care for deeply the original 26 episodes, which makes me sound kind of like a pretentious snob. But I hate, it's kind of like, it's something I want to talk about actually in a video essay that I may make one day, and I may not, who knows. But I feel like by defining what someone like Rey is, like in End of Eva, they say unequivocally that she is like a clone. Or that, like, there's some direct statement that is like, yes, this is word of God what she is. And like they say word of God like what a lot of other stuff is. Where I thought the mystery of it, the uncertainty was a lot more compelling, and I didn't necessarily need it to be defined. Like, that's kind of what I like about Bloodborne, is that, sure, there are YouTube videos that are like a lot of Bloodborne lore explained, where someone is like, I have read every item description, I have pieced together what I think the absolute correct canon version of this game is. But I think it's the weaker for having a defined canon. Like, obviously, I want the people who created it to have known all the answers, which it feels like they did. Like, it's consistent. But I, as the viewer or consumer of that, do not need to know all of those answers. I think getting to my own conclusion is part of the enjoyment of something, and deciding how I want to interpret a text, a piece of art, a media, is something that I really enjoy. So while, you know, having consistent lore and having stories like Elden Ring where the lore is more accessible, I guess, it's more concrete, I think my favorite things will always be those that are a little bit looser. I think there's a real beauty in the undefined. And I want to talk about that real big smart in a video sometime. So you said you could get your Soulsborne gamer card stamped. The gameplay, that's fair. That's fair. I really liked, it took me a while to get what the game wanted me to do, right? Because Bloodborne doesn't want you to use shields and be methodical, necessarily, the same way that it seems Dark Souls does. Like, Dark Souls wants you to master the use of all your abilities and stuff. Bloodborne really rewards you for being a bit more reckless, it feels like, which works well with my general simplistic ability to play games by button mashing. And obviously you can't button mash your way through Bloodborne. Like, no one can, maybe you can, I don't know. But that's not how I did. But it's definitely how I started and slowly refined that technique into something that would actually work for the game. So there's that. I never beat any of the Dark Souls. I have Dark Souls 3. I never played Souls 1 or 2. Because I honestly didn't get into video games until college, really. I'd played, like, you know, Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak on the DS. Shout out to the real gamers. You know. If you know, you know. But yeah, I wasn't really into video games much. So I just wasn't around, really, to get the hype of Dark Souls. And then I played Bloodborne as my first Souls game. Pretty much went directly from exclusively playing Animal Crossing Wild World to Bloodborne, which is, it's a change, you know? But yeah, really liked it. Really enjoyed it. Took me ages to beat it, but we got there in the end. And my friend who I'm playing Elden Ring with seems to be fairly confident that we can beat it. So I'm cautiously optimistic. You want a Hamtaro lore video essay? We can go there, okay? Because, like, there's some fucked up shit implied in the Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak game. You wanna talk about, like, in the same sort of vein as, like, ooh, Lavender Town and Drifloon are, like, scary Pokemon? There's some scary Hams out there, okay? There's a whole fucking Haunted Mansion level, that I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure, like, you have to help a ghost resolve some kind of, like, love thing. Murder, maybe? I don't think it was murder, but, like, there's a ghost that you have to help. And at one point, like, something pushes you down a pit and tries to kill you. These are vague. Oh my god, they're vague. But, like, you could totally do a, like, Hamtaro is darker than you think video based on the fact that there's a Haunted Mansion level. People live for that shit. Also, the character that's breaking all of the Ham's hearts is a devil named Spat, and there's an angel, I'm pretty sure her name is Angel, that's, like, trying to bring everybody back together, so does that mean that Hamtaro can go to hell? I don't know. Maybe. Also, important question to resolve would be, who is your favorite Hamtaro character? Because there are quite a lot, and some of you will be right, and some of you will be wrong. Well, I guess it's your favorite, and you can like whoever you like. Both in real world and in the canon of Hamtaro characters. However, acceptable answers include jingle. First and foremost, why? He has a guitar. That is... He's a hamster that plays the guitar. Like, that's gonna be great. Panda is a carpenter and can build stuff. Skilled. Wonderful. A good ham. I have a soft spot for Oxnard because his name is stupid and I love it, and also he's scared of everything. I used to think Cappy was really cool because he had a hat, but he's actually kind of a dick, so I don't like him as much anymore. Stan is also pretty bad. Hamtaro is fine. Bijou is fine. Boss is nobody's favorite. Snoozer sleeps all day, so he can't be my favorite because I just envy his lifestyle. Who else? I mean, Pashmina is fine, but she doesn't really do anything. She's definitely like one of those, oh, we don't have enough girls in our lineup, let's add another girl character. Same with... Oh, God. I don't remember who it is that hides under the sheet. Pashmina is always hanging out with her, though. God, I know. And Broski. Broski is the surfer dude, Hamtaro. All of these are real characters, I swear. I'm just recalling them in a strange fashion. Dexter and I think it's Howard, who are always fighting over Pashmina, they're both annoying as fuck. So they shouldn't be anybody's favorite either. You wish there was a gerbil show? Because you had a pet gerbil, not a hamster. You're like, listen, if this was Gerbil Taro, we could do it. But since it's Ham Taro, it's just unacceptable. I love kid logic like that. I used to be the same way, though, with books. Like, I only wanted to read books where characters were the same age as I was. So if I was 8... and the character in the book was 7, I was like, nope, can't read this, don't care. They gotta be 8. Which was such a, like, weird thing. But I remember that distinctly. For years, I wasn't willing to read books where characters were different ages than me. Which I guess is ageism, but, like, I don't know. Can you really blame a 10-year-old for that? I don't think so. I recall more of the Hamtaro universe than I expected, to be fair, and I just want to give myself a gold star for that, because that was pretty impressive. Also, like, the way you progress through the Hamtaro game and learn new abilities is by literally, like, every game, Hamtaro just forgets how to speak the hamster language. And then you have to get other hamsters to teach you the hamster language, which I bet has a name, but I forget what it is. But I'm sure you could make, like, some kind of dark theory about Hamtaro's frequent amnesia. Completely losing his vocabulary. Every freaking game. Why am I doing this? I would never watch a video essay about the dark side of Hamtaro. I'm speaking things into existence that don't need to exist. Oh dear. This is what having friends that watch JoJo's does to you. You just suddenly have a higher tolerance for more weird random bullshit than you thought possible. Next thing you know, I'll turn this channel from a Warhammer painting and hangout channel to let's freaking talk about Hamtaro again. I've looked up video essays on, like, sometimes I want to just hear people talk about the things that I'm nostalgic for. I think everybody really wants that. No one's done a fucking Care Bears retrospective. Like, there's no one out there who's done a lore deep dive into fucking Care Bears, okay? And I understand, it's horrible to watch as an adult. It doesn't hold up. Like, the aesthetics still kind of slap if you're me, because, you know, they live in Carolot, which is up in the clouds, and there's, like, rainbows and giant hearts, and it's very cute. Very pastel. Absolutely my aesthetic. Like, we love that. We love to see it. But, like, no one is fucking talking about the fact that there's some dark wizard, right, you never see his face, and he can, like, transform into all kinds of weird animals and stuff, whose sole goal in life is to fucking annihilate the Care Bears. And, like, this is just... I'm sorry, clearly if I don't stream for a week, I just go off on tangents. But the concept of being thrown into a bottomless pit is a fear that was introduced to me by a fucking episode of the Care Bears where No Heart tries to murder people that way. Like, these bears are gonna die in this bottomless pit. I don't even know what episode it is because this is a memory from childhood that I have vivid enough that still exists. But, like, no one is talking about that. They're like, oh, let's talk about the Care Bears redesign. Who gives I mean, it's fine. That's fine. I was gonna say who gives a shit, but actually I kind of think the new designs are fun. Like, they're cool. They have a little bit more diversity in the way that the bears' faces are shaped, so it's not just different colors that are... But that's not important. I'm getting off topic here. What was I talking about? There's some dark shit in the Care Bears that nobody wants to talk about because nobody wants to watch all of the Care Bears and then talk about all the fucked up shit that happens. And I kind of just expected in this day and age, in the current YouTube economy where people are like, yeah, I need some content, somebody would have done that for me. And I could have just watched a nice 3 to 6 hour video on a complete retrospective of the Care Bears. That unfortunately did not exist. I was unable to find it. I was recommended videos of the Nostalgia Critic reviewing Care Bears movies. And somebody, like, doing a deep dive of their Care Bears collection. Neither of which were the content that I was looking for. So clearly not every video that could be made on the internet has been made. I don't think this channel is quite the one to randomly release a 3-hour Care Bear deep dive, but... like, is that just where I'm gonna end up? I can't find this content, so I gotta make it. And then that's what my channel gets known for. Like, oh, you're trying to be a YouTube miniature painter? Can we get you to fucking watch this entire fucking horrible dog shit series for us and then tell us all the fucked up parts? I don't know. I don't think that's what you guys want. I don't think that's what I want, because I don't know that I could tolerate sitting through every season of the Care Bears in all of its various, because some of those movies and shows are gonna be better than others, but none of them are gonna be good. And this is from someone who legitimately loved Care Bears as a child. Like, when I found out that they brought Care Bears back and did a redesign of them and shit, I was hype. No lie. For my birthday this year, I bought myself a freaking Care Bear plush that smells like birthday cake and has a little birthday hat. Because I just have nostalgia for it. It's not good. The shows aren't good. I don't know why. Like, sometimes you just like stuff. I liked them as a kid. They're perfect for, like, a 4 or 5-year-old to watch, you know? But yeah, the concept of a bottomless pit being introduced to me via the Care Bears, like, there's gotta be some other weird shit that happens. There's gotta be. But the thing is, no one's done the research for me. No one's done it. Yeah, well, Quentin is too busy doing iCarly reviews, okay? No one's requesting Care Bears or Hamtaro content. I can't find it. I expected it to already exist. Not to have to put in the work. And I know if I put in the work, it's gonna get like, 20 views, and I'll have spent like 6 months on it. I can just feel it in my soul that that's gonna be the result. But I really feel like this needs to exist in the world, and I'm mad that it doesn't. But also, I then have to make it, and people are gonna be like, hey, we were following your channel for miniature painting. What the fuck is this? And I'm just gonna be like, I can't explain to you why I made this, but I sure as hell did make it. Hell yeah, Ano. I'm glad your internet is back. Which Care Bear do you have? That's a better question. For anybody who did watch the Care Bears as a child, which was your favorite? My favorite Care Bear as a child was Tenderheart Bear, which makes sense because he was basically the main character. And also, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 75% sure based on sound alone that the same guy who voiced Rudolph in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I was also obsessed with as a child, voiced Tenderheart Bear. So I was like, yup. That's pretty cool. They sound the same, so they're both cool. He was my favorite. I did not have a plush of him, though. I was kind of in between eras where they were really making Care Bears plush and or movies. I just kept renting, like, episodes of the cartoon and the movies from Blockbuster, which is how I got the content back in the day. And no, I don't remember which movies I saw or which episodes I rented, which is another thing. Like, I haven't gone on a search to watch back that episode, because I know if I watch it as an adult, I'm going to be like, this is dumb, and it's not scary at all. I just remember it being scary because I was, a child. But I don't want to lose that weird memory of it being I don't know. I'm saying a lot to stuff that, like, people do not know anything the fuck about. What if I painted some 3D printed Care Bear Hamtaro minis to go with the video? That could be done. Because, like, I want to make a video essay about Ava. And I feel like I could do a kit bash and talk about it in the background, and it'd be fine. Like, it's not going to get a ton of views, but it would still be fine. 5-second channel is nostalgia times that for some reason don't exist, but should. It's not a Care Bear, it's a plush of undetermined species. Fair. The theys are back in town. Correct, Topher. Correct. Thank you. Someone appreciates my channel video names when I make a pun. Time for a new channel, Sugar Candy Deep Dives. I don't think that's the channel branding that I would go with. I mean, I really enjoy video essays that talk smart about video games or movies. Film Joy is a great channel. Jacob Geller's video essays I watch all the time. Bread Sword, great. I love that shit. I just don't think my thoughts are coherent enough or that I'm smart enough to make content like that. Like, I don't think I have grand enough ideas to make that worth doing. Because the video essays that I don't like, the ones that I'm like, this is not, to me, what I'm looking for in a video essay, are ones that just summarize what happened. Like, if I'm watching, and I struggled with this, when trying to watch video essays about Akira, when trying to watch video essays about Evangelion. I don't want you to summarize the content. I want you to analyze the content. I want you to talk about how the content made you feel and what you thought about, not just what happened. That's what I feel like video essay analysis is supposed to be, because if I want a summary of what happened, that is what Wikipedia is for. God, I'm getting real worked up over things that do not... That's what my channel name should be. Five's getting real worked up over things that do not matter. Anyway, has literally anyone else watching this stream, have you ever, like, watched an episode of the Care Bears? Do you have any memory of that? Phanta Warrior, yes, you get it. They're just summarizing the movie. Like, don't summarize the movie. It doesn't help me that you summarize the movie. I need to know how the movie made you feel, or, like, tell me about the techniques that the director used, or, like, contribute something that I did not know, because I've already watched the movie. I now want people to talk about the movie, but not summarize the movie. Oh my god, Breadsword's video about Jak and Daxter is such a good video. It's so good. And Jacob Geller's, almost every Jacob Geller video. There's like one or two that I don't think hit as hard as they could. They don't completely slap, but like, that's a rarity. Usually if a new Jacob Geller video comes out, I'm like, great, I'm gonna make something decent for dinner. And like, that's a 40-minute sit down undisturbed where I'm just like, yep, this is what I'm doing. This is my plan for the night. You cannot know how many times I have watched his essay about haunted houses. It is my favorite video essay that I've ever watched. I think it's superb. But he doesn't really do movies. He reviews video games. Mostly video games that I haven't and have no desire to play. But just the thing, he analyzes them. He talks about their connections and stuff like that. He compares them to other video games, other pieces of literature, talks about history. Like, there's so much more to them than just a summary of the video game, which is what I want out of an analysis. If I ever do Space Marines again, I could do a company for Jazz's Space Bears with each Marine based on a Care Bear. That'd be cute. I actually do have, now that I think of it, I do have a bear. I have a Gundam that's a bear that I bought because it's a Gundam that's a bear. I guess I could paint that to look like a Care Bear and then also talk about Care Bears. Even though I have no idea how well Gundams would perform on this channel, because, I don't know, it's definitely been more of the miniature and Warhams focus. I feel like they're not too far apart as hobbies. I don't know. Yeah, I got Bear Guy. Sometimes it has spaceships, dragons, and swords. Like, they fight stuff sometimes, but yeah, mostly it doesn't. Care Bear Gundam sounds great. I'd probably have to do Cheer Bear, because that's, like, the one that looks the best in terms of design, I think. That's the pink one with the rainbow on her tummy. And in the Care Bear Cousins, which is, like, I don't know, the third or fourth iteration of the TV show, she gets like a cute little 90s jacket and a little ponytail, and it's like, yep, that's the look. That's it right there. Like, that is perfectly encapsulating the time period that this was created for. It's very 90s. I love it so much. It's such a good design for something that doesn't matter. Also, like, the Care Bears are terrible at their job. Like, they're really bad and irresponsible about it. The plot of the first Care Bears movie is basically like, because every Care Bear setup, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Every Care Bear setup is the same thing. Care Bears are up in Care-a-Lot, a kid has a problem, and then they decide which bears are going to go down and help it with the problem. That's every episode. That's the structure. Kid is gonna move away and doesn't want to move, so he runs away. And that's the problem that the Care Bears have to help with. And like they get their freaking caring alert before this kid has run away. And instead of being like, oh, you know, maybe you should talk to your parents or something like that, they're like, we'll figure this out. Like, this is terrible. But we'll come up with a solution. Don't go anywhere. And then they go back to Care-a-Lot for backup. And of course the kid fucking runs away and gets abducted by like an evil ice wizard in the land without caring. And gets turned into a frog, which is weird. I'm beginning to realize that there's a lot of my personality that is a result of this show as a child. But anyway, like, that doesn't teach kids good coping skills. Because the Care Bear's solution to a problem that could be solved by this kid talking it out with his parents and being like, hey, my best friend in the world lives here, like, I don't want to leave. And because in the end, they even say that, like, oh, they returned home, and spoiler alert for the Care Bears movie, but like the kids' parents are like, yeah, we'll just come back and visit. Like, there you go. There's a solution. If the bears were responsible for the problems of these children, they'd come up with solutions that would not just be like, oh, we'll figure it out. And then they don't figure it out because they never actually solve the problem. They just have to go rescue this child from the land without caring. But, like, I think, and this is probably a bit too deep. This is maybe psychoanalysis that's unfounded. But in my unprofessional opinion, I think maybe that is why sometimes when I have a problem, I do tend to wait around for a solution as opposed to either A, asking for help, or B, taking active steps to solve that problem, because somewhere in my dumb brain, I must have believed as a child that there were magic bears from the sky that were going to come help me work through my problems. Which is, by the way, not how that works. Wow, hi Brent from Goobertown Hobbies. You came in the middle of a ramble. You ever watch Care Bears as a kid? That's apparently where we're at right now. Oh man. You've seen other people do Gundam stuff? Yeah. You don't think it would be too far off from my usual content? Probably not. I definitely have a bit of nostalgia that I prey upon. I don't think that's the bit of nostalgia that I incorporate into things. Like these Necromunda Ashwaste Nomads, spoiler alert for what one of my next videos is going to be. These are going to be Dunkaroo themed. I'm going to make them look like those Dunkaroo cookies. They care about children. They're just stupid. Yeah, but like literally the Care Bears' job, their cosmic duty, I guess, I don't really know if they're like demigods or whatever. Or like, there's definitely some like religious overtones to the Care Bears, okay? Because they like live in the sky and descend from the clouds in cloudmobiles, which isn't exactly an angel, but like, you know, we're implying. So yeah, like that doesn't help people. They're bad at their jobs and they shouldn't be doing it. Like, I don't support fucking No Heart, the evil wizard, trying to kill people either. But he's got a point that they're not great. I don't know. I've only like got dim memories of the Care Bears and rewatched a few episodes the other day when I was on a nostalgia trip, and they're not good. Don't don't waste your time, okay? If you're listening to me and you're like, I think that there's something interesting going on here, I'm curious. It's not. I promise you, it is not worth your time. It's not like something that's kind of shitty, but also has good. It's just all shitty. It's not good. So yeah, but there's something there. I just expected there to already have been a deep dive, and there's not. We've activated the Deep Fiber lore database. Oh no. They've hacked my circuits. Rothian, welcome back. You were watching on your Chromebook, but the Barnes & Noble, the B and N keys don't work anymore. I don't know why I immediately went Barnes & Noble. Like, I was just like, yeah, you're chilling in a cafe watching this stream. That's fine. Well, welcome back. Happy to have you. Sorry that you came in mid Care Bears rant. You missed a Hamtaro rant earlier. Now, I don't know what the next nostalgic property will be that is mentioned, but I'll shoot off about that too, because apparently that's just where we are tonight. That is just where we are tonight. Oh, and also, don't think that just because my set has a single Christmas tree, that this is my Christmas set. The Christmas set is going to be better than this. This is just what I currently have available. We're gonna, because this would be sad comparative to the Halloween set. We're getting a Christmas set, and it's gonna be great. We just gotta get there, you know? I did tell my friends I had already started decorating for Christmas, to which both of them said the body isn't even cold yet. And then I was like, whose body? And they were like, Halloween. So apparently, Halloween is something that Christmas then kills off. Have fun watching House of the Dragon, Liam. Let me know what you think. I'm curious as to your opinions on that show, because for once, it will not be me giving you my reactions. You can give me your reactions, because I've seen all of House of the Dragon. So I'm curious. Do let me know what you think. You never got into Care Bears. Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars? Wait, what are you dropping in? What the fuck is Biker Mice from Mars? I'm Googling this. Biker Mice from Mars. Dude. What? What? What am I looking at? You can't just casually drop the name of something like that. Why are... What is... This doesn't look... Is this a real show? This looks fake. This looks very, very fake. But it's... What? Please, I need you to give me more context about what Biker Mice from Mars is, because A, that title slaps so hard and is so fun to say, but I need more information this instant. Santa killing a scarecrow. Wait, where did that go? Oh, the Halloween murder. Got you. Yeah, no, I'm backtracking. I understand. No, apparently, according to my friends, and I am... Halloween was... Halloween has been... I don't know. My friend specifically said, when I was like, I am decorating for Halloween, they were like, the body's not even cold. And it was like, Halloween, the spirit of Halloween does not have a body. And he then replied with, Michael Myers didn't give birth to Halloween 2022 years ago for this. So that's apparently, according to my friend, how Halloween was created. Do with that what you will, because I didn't know how to respond to that at all, except to be like, well, the Halloween franchise was created in the 70s, so your math's probably a little off there. Have I heard of Street Sharks? No. What is Street Sharks, Roz? It was a real show. It was part of the DIC animation network. It's about three brothers from Mars going on space adventures, and they had motorcycles that could turn into jet bikes? Dude, I didn't know what I was gonna watch tonight. I'm fucking watching Biker Mice from Mars. That shit sounds like it slaps. That's way... Why the fuck did I waste so much time talking about Care Bears when I could have been discovering the fact that there was a show called Biker Mice from Mars? What the actual hell? Life is weird. Yeah, I'm very excited to watch that. You can tell me that it's crap. Like, if that's true, that's fine. I absolutely need to see this play out for myself, however. Because that just sounds... Frankly, that sounds awesome. They were alien mice. That's awesome. That sounds so cool. I can't wait to see how low budget this animation probably is. But I think, based off what I saw on my initial Google search, it looks like it's still in the era of celluloid animation, so that's always fun. Aliens that look like mice. Ever seen the anime series Mononoke with the medicine seller? I've seen Princess Mononoke, the film. I don't know. Are you thinking of, that sounds like Mushishi a little bit, but I don't know if that's the right one. But if it's called Mononoke, the medicine seller, then no, I've not seen that one. Did I paint the tan parts of this? I don't think that I did. I'm gonna do it anyway. I got really excited about Biker Mice from Mars. That sounds awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles helped spawn a lot of goofy shows and a lot of fun shows. Oh, should I be Googling Street Sharks as well? I think so. Let's see. Street Sharks. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, look at those guys. That hammerhead shark, he don't look right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but that is uncomfortable to look at. I don't like his face. They're just very buff shark men. Do they have, dumb names? I feel like they've gotta have really stupid names. Please tell me the Street Sharks have very dumb names. That would make me happy. Apparently they're... I always think that I've seen most of the good, weird, or interesting cartoons out there. I'm glad that there's so much more. There's so many that I haven't seen. That I would love to see. Is Street Sharks worth watching? It doesn't... To be fair, it didn't capture me in the same interest as Biker Mice from Mars did. But, I want to know if it's worth watching an episode or two. Please tell me. There's only so much that I can watch while waiting for the next episode of Chainsaw Man to come out, or dealing with the fact that JoJo is a little bit too ridiculous to keep up with today. Sounds like you guys have secretly been holding out some really killer recommendations from me. That sounds interesting, Anno. I'd check that out. It sounds like it actually might be good, unlike Biker Mice from Mars, which is probably terrible, but a little bit good. My cousins were big TMNT fans. I didn't watch much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think we just didn't get the channel that it was on, like, back when that was a concern. Or we were busy watching a different show during the same time block that TMNT was on. So for whatever reason, I just never got around to watching much of it. Maybe it was on during the same time that Care Bears was on, and I had different priorities as a youngin'. Also, knowing that Care Bears isn't good does not make me love it any less. I want to put that disclaimer out there for anyone who's like, dang it, that sucks that you don't. I still freaking love Care Bears. It's dumb, and I can realize that, like, as an adult. But the nostalgia that I have for it is strong, and that will probably supersede anything that I do or don't find on this deep dive that I am or am not going to do. Yeah, I still have a lot of fondness for the franchise. Gargoyles was another one that I was dimly aware of and called an episode or two of, but never watched as a whole. I feel like that's one that I actually should watch because people say that that one was actually pretty good. Oh, that's cool, Anno. Actually good as SWAT Cats, and cats is spelled with a Z. Yeah, Anno, go ahead and send that my way. I'm gonna Google SWAT Cats right now. See what that's all about. Oh, this looks vaguely familiar. I can't place it, but this looks like something that I've seen before. So I think I might have watched a couple episodes of this as a child. Yeah, I'm not, like, blown away by being like, this is something I've never seen before. So I'm probably vaguely familiar with it. Gargoyle slaps? Okay. Fair enough, Rothian. Can't fault you for that. The Aladdin TV series. Oh, man. I remember when they used to do that, when, like, a Disney movie got popular, so they would make a TV series adaptation for it. I remember they made a really, really terrible, and, like, at the time, I was far too old for it to be, like, good. But they made a really terrible All Dogs Go to Heaven TV show. That was terrible. That was so bad. Especially because, like, the actual film, All Dogs Go to Heaven, is, like, pretty good. Beautifully animated. kind of on the deeper side as far as children's animation goes. Also a Bluff Studios production that I'm not even going to start about because we already know I could be here talking about Don Bluth for days. We're getting through them, guys. We're getting through them. We got 2, 4, 6, 8 towel. 8 towel left. But that's probably about where I'm going to call it for the night. I've gotten some good progress in. I wanted to do a shorter stream just to kind of ease back into streaming a little bit. Fatigue is real sometimes, and you just gotta kind of do what you can. Making sure that I sit down at my hobby desk and work on stuff is important to me. But also, I am tired and kind of want to check out these weird cartoons that I've been recommended. I'm gonna put the finished towel into my little drawer so that the next time I sit down, I'm just gonna see, oh, look at that. I only have 8 towel left that I need to finish. And I did remember to buy primer at the game store today, so I can actually, like, get the stuff that I need to primed, so that their little whipped cream squirts on the top of their head will be ready, for when they get all finished up. That'll be a good day. It'll be soon. It'll be soon. Look, we've got 8 towel left. Next stream, we're definitely gonna finish the highlights on those 8 towel. Like, that's a no-brainer. We can do that. Hashtag towel time. Yeah, the alligator in All Dogs Go to Heaven, that didn't really make any sense. I can't blame you for that. That's like one of the parts of that film where I'm just like, I don't understand why this scene is here, really? But okay, I guess that's where we are right now. Oh god. Oh no! I need to find a storage solution for this Christmas tree, which doesn't quite fit under the roll top of the desk. Ooh, maybe it does. I dropped a speed painter too, so I'll pick that up in a minute. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for joining us here, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And if you think of any other childhood shows that are deeper or weirder or just I should know about, please drop into my Discord and let me know about them, because I'm legitimately curious and cannot wait to find out what Biker Mice from Mars has in store. Be good to each other, and I'll catch you in the next one.